You wanna hit this?
A rebellious teen is tamed by motherhood.
That was her world. She was meant to be a mom.
Then her once perfect marriage.
I wholeheartedly believed that that's where I was gonna be the rest of my life.
Is blown apart by war.
Do you think that he came back from Kosovo with post-traumatic stress disorder?
Not a doubt in my mind.
How you feeling?
She reignites an old flame.
I've loved her my whole life. I've been waiting on her to call for 7 or 8 years.
But some loves just aren't meant to be.
I know nobody loves anybody any more than those two love each other.
And one day he pushes her too far.
She told him, if you hit me one more time, I'm going to stab you.
Put that knife away, Misty!
Not all fairy tales have happy endings. When love goes wrong, a woman can do the unthinkable. "14-year-old Misty Martin and her family have just moved from Nashville, Tennessee to the sleepy town of Carthage. In 1994, it's home to less than 3,000 people.
I was used to going to school in Nashville. I got up here and bored out of my mind. This is redneck country.
Carthage is nothing but a little bitty small town. Nothing to do. Everybody knows everybody. Growing up, I know we rode horses a lot. You know, just stayed on the farm. You know, the older I got, I hung out with friends, but that's about all there is to do here. You know, go to football games on Fridays. That's pretty much it. That's it.
We're the only people that lives back in this 126-acre farm, 10 horses, nothing to do.
The Martins are a close-knit family.
I had a perfect childhood, an awesome family, and awesome parents. A lot of love.
Misty's closest to her little sister, Erin.
There's 8 years between me and her. Misty was like a mom. Like, she was very, you know, protective of me. She always said I was her first baby. We were always close.
Morning.
The family relocated to take care of Misty's ailing grandmother.
Hey, Mom.
Yes, dear?
Do you think this weekend we could go shopping?
I can't give you any promises, sweetie.
But the move to the small town has been a tough pill for Misty to swallow.
It's bad enough we live in the middle of nowhere. It would be nice to at least have something cute to wear to school.
Nashville, on the weekends, it was a big city. There was a lot that we could do. When I moved to Carthage, I will never forget one of my first days at school. I asked one of the girls,
What do you guys do for fun around here?
Well, we go shopping.
When Misty learns it's at a discount superstore,
It's got like all the stuff, you know?
she's horrified.
like, I used to go to the mall and the bowling alley, you know, and that was like, oh no.
Luckily, Misty quickly makes new friends.
Hey.
Hey, there's plenty of trouble to get into around here.
Anyway.
Come hang out with us.
Okay.
It's the beginning of a long friendship.
Hey, y'all. You wanna hit this?
By her sophomore year, Misty's acclimated to life in Carthage and is living by her own rules.
I'm getting a kegger at my place tonight. You guys should stop by.
Sounds fun.
Yeah?
Misty is very strong-willed, very feisty. She was the rebellious one. Misty, tell her she can't do something, she's gonna do it.
Do you think your parents will actually let you go out?
My dad was very strict. I have problems with authority, period. Always have.
Misty's found a surefire way around her father's rules. Her friend Amy's become her alibi for everything.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, sweetie.
So I have a big math test tomorrow. Is it okay if I go over to Amy's to study?
Sure, but can you be home before 8?
I was actually gonna stay the night over there.
All right.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
And I got away with it.
Dr. Casey Jordan is a criminologist who studies violent behavior.
In Misty's case of nature versus nurture, her free will is clearly more important than the influence of her environment. She comes from a very good family, but Misty is just wild by nature. And it's really just a bad coincidence that she has ended up in such a small town right on the cusp of adolescence. Your parents didn't really have a clear picture of what you were up to at the time.
No, not at all.
How do you think you did on that math test?
Oh, probably like a C.
With Amy's house as a cover, Misty starts dating Ray, a popular senior who plays football.
And then a couple weeks later, I was asked by Ray to go to prom.
Just pick me up from Amy's house.
Okay, sure, whatever.
Now Misty just needs to convince her mom to let her go.
I could work my mom to work my dad. We went to my best friend's house, and that's where I actually got ready for the prom.
After prom, Misty tells her parents she's sleeping over at Amy's house. It's a memorable night that turns Misty's world upside down.
When you're 16 years old, are you thinking this is the man I'm going to marry and stay with for 40 years?
Yes. My parents have been together since my mom was 15. My dad was 17. It's the only boyfriend my mom's ever had. I'm thinking, oh, well, this is how it's supposed to be.
Living on the farm, Misty is pretty isolated from the realities of the outside world. 40 years ago, it was perfectly normal to be married to your high school sweetheart forever and ever, just like her parents. But in this day and age, those teenage marriages usually don't last. Misty doesn't have enough life experience to know that she will probably go through a whole series of relationships before she finally finds the guy that she can really settle down with.
For the next year, the couple spends every chance they can together. But the party's about to come to a screeching halt.
And I told my parents I was going to stay with my girlfriends from Nashville. Mom called there looking for me.
Hey, Grace. Is Misty there?
And that's how they figured out.
Her mother is furious. Misty's just been busted on a weekend road trip to Florida with Ray.
No, we can't go back. I can't go back.
I was like, they are gonna lock me down.
When Misty gets home, she's grounded and forbidden from having any contact with Ray.
They would not let me see him, wouldn't let me talk to him, and I wanted to use the phone one night to call him.
I want my phone back. At least give me my phone so I can call my boyfriend.
Not getting the phone. Do not come out of this room for the night.
The willful 16-year-old is determined to get her way.
You think you're gonna lock me in my room? I'll show you. So I went and took like a bunch of Tylenol and Benadryl.
The broken-hearted teen wants to teach her parents a lesson of her own.
Show her. Maria and I were gonna be together forever.
Attempting to scare her parents into giving in.
I was raising Cain, and my mom, she came up there and was like, "What are you doing?"
What are you doing up here? Oh my God.
And I grabbed my pill bottles and threw them at her and was like, "I guess I'll sleep well, won't I?"
Misty's parents rush her to the hospital.
Go ahead and get it all out.
And they never leave their daughter's side.
And I will never forget my dad there and laying in the bed and they're pumping my stomach and I'm sitting there puking on myself. And as mad as he was at me, all I wanted was my dad.
In cases like this where we see attempted suicide,
Misty's behavior is treated as a cry for help.
You weren't trying to kill yourself, but you were a girl who didn't want to be controlled.
Not at all. It was a more, I'm gonna get my way.
Misty spends the next 11 days in the psychiatric ward of the hospital.
They diagnosed me as being depressed and they put me on Prozac.
Did you take the Prozac?
I didn't take it properly. I didn't really comprehend that it was long-term and took, time to get in your system.
But it's a sobering experience. Misty decides to break things off with Ray.
So, I need to talk to you about something.
There's something I need to tell you, too.
But he beats her to it.
You know Becky?
You've got to be kidding me.
He moved on to dating someone from our rival school.
Good luck with Becky.
Wait.
And that was it. Over, said and done, no more.
Soon after, Misty's priorities shift. She turns her focus to finishing school, and in May 1998, she graduates.
Any luck finding a job?
No.
Misty hopes to earn enough to move back to Nashville someday.
Don't even want to think about that right now. Just want to get drunk.
Let's do it.
She's also ready to get back into the dating scene.
Oh, that guitar player's hot. You know his name?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Hey,
cute.
Wayne.
Oh my God, Maddie.
For the most part, he was a good guy. He really was.
Wayne's 5 years older than Misty.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
He's funny, plays guitar in a band, and has a good job.
So what kind of music do you like, country or western?
Mostly country.
The two hit it off right away.
I was there playing with George Strait one time.
He was working as an iron worker.
For the first time since Ray, Misty is smitten.
How about an escort back to your car?
That'd be nice.
Pleasure.
Within a matter of months, they move in together. Misty loves playing house with her new, older boyfriend.
Thank you so much for dinner tonight.
I've got one more present for you.
And things are about to get even more grown up.
Misty, will you marry me?
He was good to me. He was responsible, was a provider. I was happy at the time. My parents liked him. Everything was good.
You just marry the first guy that asks you.
I guess. Duh.
But what's the magic with Wayne?
The magic was getting out of my parents' house.
Wayne was your ticket out.
Yes. That was it. I was with my parents, and then when he and I started having interest, then, well, he had his own place and wanted me to stay with him.
Misty just doesn't see any ticket out of this small town that she is stuck in. Marriage at such a young age probably isn't what she wanted, but lacking any other plan or blueprint for her life, getting hitched right after high school just seemed like the normal thing to do.
You know, I was thinking, Misty, how about a spring wedding?
I think a spring wedding might be a little late, Mom. I'm late.
What?
We got engaged September, and then December 7th, I found out I was pregnant.
How did that make you feel?
I cried
Babies are a blessing.
and got over that and got really excited about it.
On January 29th, 2000, Misty and Wayne exchange vows.
I had a big, nice church wedding. I was excited. I really thought that, that was it.
6 months later, Misty gives birth to a healthy boy they name Edward. The couple moves in with Misty's parents so they can help with the baby.
Perfect.
That was her world.
Beautiful.
Not too much.
At that point, it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me to be with my parents because I had my parents helping me to be a parent, and I wasn't going out on the weekends to enjoy myself.
Are you saying that baby, did that baby calm you down?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. He put a brake check on me.
She was meant to be a mom.
There was nothing any greater. And still, nothing. Nobody could tell me what to do with him. I could raise him and I could love him all I wanted to. He was my baby.
But there's trouble brewing between the newlyweds.
Was Wayne happy about being a dad?
He was happy about being a dad, but Wayne wasn't getting all the attention anymore.
What do you think about maybe putting him down for nap?
Now he was going to work and coming home, and I had a baby in my arms all the time.
I ain't trying to be selfish. I'm just saying maybe you can spend some time with me.
But this has to put a kink in your relationship, in your marriage.
It did.
You can kiss my ass. I'm taking care of our baby. And if you don't like it, you can leave.
It just kind of escalated from there.
Just 4 months after their son is born, the marriage is over.
So you're ready for a fresh start?
Yeah.
Misty's youth and immaturity played a big role in her inability to pay attention to her husband. But she is so enthralled with her new baby and so excited to have a purpose in her life that Wayne, her new husband, just kind of fell by the wayside. But Wayne is to blame too here because he could have been more helpful with the baby and appreciated Misty's dedication in caring for their newborn son.
Deep down, Misty is devastated, but she's determined to move on.
I actually went out to celebrate my divorce and run into an old friend.
Can I get a beer?
Sure. Jason?
Misty. Hey, how's it going?
Jason and I had been friends since I was probably 16.
Been a long time. You look great.
He was a handsome guy.
You having a party there, or?
Just celebrating my divorce.
Sorry to hear that.
I'm not.
Jason's now an electrician and a part-time guardsman in the National Guard Reserve. He also has a son, just a year older than Misty's baby boy.
You can relate together over being single parents.
Yes.
I got a job at my boy's daycare because I just couldn't stand to be away from him.
That's gotta be nice for him.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing was going from seeing how Wayne kind of resented the fact of having a son.
What about you?
He's amazing. He's awesome.
Jason was all about being a father.
Before long, Misty and Jason are together so often, they're co-parenting each other's kids.
Hey, why don't you move in? You're here every single night.
I was happy with him. I was happy with my son, with his son. I mean, everything was right.
You're right.
Yeah?
We'll move in.
I was in love with him.
So as far as you're concerned, it could just continue like this. You could just live in the same home with him, co-parent these 2 adorable little boys, and your life was happy. It was good.
That's exactly what it was.
After more than 2 years of living together, the couple decides to get married.
What you doing?
Looking at flowers for our wedding.
But their plans are about to get derailed.
Hey, I need to talk to you.
The National Guard is sending her fiancé on a mission overseas to Kosovo.
When?
A couple months.
I wasn't excited about it, but he was.
About the wedding.
Forget about all of it, okay? Let's just get married right now.
So I went with it.
I want a really big party.
It's gonna be a huge party.
Expensive party.
Expensive party.
Misty is growing up. Her last big church wedding didn't save her from a bad marriage.
I ain't trying to be selfish.
She learned from that experience and now realizes that it's their compatibility and their commitment that matter, not the dress and the flowers and the cake. This time, she's sure she's marrying Jason for love.
On February 13th, 2003, Misty and Jason marry in a simple ceremony.
And do you think this time it's forever?
Yes, wholeheartedly. Thought it with every drop in me.
Just 2 months after the wedding, Jason leaves for war-torn Kosovo. While her new husband is gone, Misty helps fill the void with a new job.
I went to work with mentally disabled. It was great, and I loved it. I felt good about myself. I loved just feeling like I helped him.
She still misses having Jason by her side, even though he's left her away to remember him.
How do you feel?
Great, actually.
Misty happily awaits the arrival of her second child. And in January 2004, Misty's daughter Elizabeth is born. Soon after, Jason gets back from his service in Kosovo.
Everything was just great. I was like I had my happy family.
Do we even have any batteries?
Until Misty realizes Jason isn't the man she remembers.
All the love was still there, everything. But when he come back, he wasn't the same.
You know, Elizabeth rolled over for the first time today.
Oh, good for her. Maybe she'll be smarter than her brother.
We started having problems with his anger.
Will you look at this? He can't even spell his own name.
And at that point, nothing made him happy.
I'm the one who's taking care of you and the kids and everybody in this house. You could help me a little bit, all right?
Do you think that he came back from Kosovo with post-traumatic stress disorder?
Yes, not a doubt in my mind.
Misty has no plans to give up on this marriage.
I done some research. They say give a soldier at least a year to get back to their normal self after returning. So I waited 2 years. We went through marriage counseling and everything.
No one comes back from war the same person. And the trauma of witnessing wartime atrocities affects every soldier differently. But with Jason, he seems incapable of talking about what he witnessed in Kosovo. Not with Misty, not with anyone. And unless he gets some professional counseling for his PTSD, Jason could easily implode.
Misty's faced with a difficult decision.
That's where I wanted to be. That's where I was happy. That's where I see myself forever.
But in the end, she decides it's time to let go.
I asked my son at 4 years old, do you want to stay here with Jason? He says, I don't want to stay with Jason. And I was like, that's it.
What are you doing?
I'm not staying here with you. I'm going to my mom's house.
Look, you can't stop! We're a family, okay? You can't leave. You're making a big mistake!
Pretty soon, the couple's fighting over custody of their daughter. The stress follows Misty to work.
At that point, Jason was driving me crazy. I went in one day and was pissed off at him.
Misty, we need to talk.
Okay, what's up?
My supervisor said the wrong thing, and, well, I told him what I thought.
You can't fire me because I quit.
Okay, but this is bad because you're in a custody battle with your estranged husband. You're a single mom.
And I'm unemployed.
And you lost your job.
Yes.
Now 26 years old and unemployed, Misty copes by making up for lost time.
Started having a personal life again. Started drinking.
Whenever her kids are with their fathers, Misty's a regular at the local bars. One night, she runs into an old boyfriend, Mark Baker. They haven't seen each other in 8 years.
She looked good, just as good as ever.
He's got a huge heart. If he loves you, then he'll do anything for you.
He sounds like a teddy bear.
Yes, in a nutshell.
They dated for about 6 months when they were 18. Mark's never forgotten Misty.
I knew I wanted to be with her. Long black hair, pretty, super cool, good personality. She was fun to be around. I liked everything about her. She's my first love.
He had a good job driving a truck. That's what he did for a living.
I started driving when I was 21. By the time I was 23, I'd been to all 48 states. I was an outlaw truck driver. I loved it.
So what's going on?
Not a whole lot. I got 2 kids. I just separated from their daddy.
He didn't hurt you, did he?
No.
Sure, I could pay him a visit for you if you want.
Mark doesn't want this moment to end.
I got to take a load up to Memphis later. You want to come with me? Just ride along?
Yeah, what the hell?
He and I ended up dating, and then he never went back to Ohio.
I had a house, a new truck, a girlfriend, a son. I left it all. Within a week, I moved back to Carthage and off and running.
You know, I just want to be able to come home and watch a little bit of TV.
After 2 years of really trying to make things work with Jason and being so unhappy, Misty is obviously excited to be with somebody new who is so much fun. But this could be a case of out of the frying pan and into the fire because they're really moving way too fast. And if Mark is willing to bail on his current girlfriend and son, it really begs the question, Is he really ready to commit to Misty?
Let's get on out of here.
Misty and Mark's relationship quickly blossoms.
Everything was so sweet, so innocent. He was just loving.
We moved in together real fast. Within probably a month, got a little house. I was happy. Life was good.
The house seriously looks amazing.
Yeah, we've been working really hard on it. Mark has been so good.
Mark's out on the road a few days each week, but he loves coming home to Misty and her children.
I loved them. They was super cool kids. Treated them like they was mine. Bought them anything they wanted. Never come home without giving them something.
He would give you the shirt off his back. He got that from me.
Mark's drawn to Misty's relationship with her family.
Her family was real close. She's all the time doing stuff with her family and her kids, and I like that about her. I want to be a part of that structure, just a close family. She had that.
And Mark's family likes Misty, too.
They all liked her pretty good. They all got along good. And my mama she'd be happy when I'd call and tell her I was with Misty because she knew I wasn't doing no dumb stuff. I was safe. Things was going good.
Baby, I'm home.
Hi, honey.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good, got this for the kiddos.
And Mark was a good guy.
Hi, Erin. How's it going? Good to see you.
How are you?
Family got along with him, great personality, just a very friendly person.
You know your sister's a damn fine cook.
She learned from the best.
Misty's found her soulmate, and her family is glad to see her happy again.
Everything was great.
I know it's only a few more days. I miss you. Okay. Love you, Mark.
With the exception of the little skeletons that I kept hanging in my closet.
Misty's still got a soft spot for her soon-to-be ex-husband.
We have really got to quit doing this.
You do know that this is playing with fire.
Well, I didn't really realize what kind of fire at the time.
Misty never had closure with Jason. She yearned for the original man that she had married, who was sweet and kind and gentle before he had PTSD. She wanted to connect with the Jason that she missed so much. 75% of exes still have sex for a while after they split up. And being wanted by both men also feeds her ego. But it is a very dangerous situation.
January 2007. Misty and Mark have been together for 10 months. Everything's been going smoothly until now. Carthage is a small town.
Hey, Mark.
Where everyone knows everything.
How are things?
I'm good, you know. Got back together with Misty.
Her ex-husband was in mad love with her.
I'm sorry, you didn't know?
Know what?
Jason?
And I guess she was sleeping with him on the side. And when I found out, I was jealous as hell.
And I was actually on the phone texting my sister, and Mark thought that I was on the phone with Jason.
A darker side of Mark
Misty!
is about to surface.
Who you texting on that phone?
I'm texting my sister.
Like I'm supposed to believe that? Give me that dang phone.
Mark!
You cheating bitch!
He hit me in my face.
Sorry.
Misty is stunned. She's never been hit by a man before.
I got a rage. I get mad and I'll rage. Can't hold it back sometimes. I felt terrible.
I've never taken no.
You stupid idiot! You son of a bitch!
Misty thinks she's 10 foot tall, yes. Yes, Misty fights back.
Whoa! Hey! Break it up!
Because he assaulted me, security called police.
Let's go, Mark. You're out of control.
Damn it!
The law come and I went to jail.
Mark is arrested for domestic assault, and Misty immediately ends the relationship.
I didn't talk to him at all.
She also stopped sleeping with Jason.
We can't keep doing this.
Yeah, what about our family?
Jason's hurt, and he's heard about the incident at the bar.
This is crazy.
Misty claims he uses it as leverage and files for full custody of their daughter.
Because I am not fit to raise a kid because I'm in a violent relationship.
The kids was in no kind of danger. We never fought around the kids. He hated me. He just wanted Misty back. There's been a lot of heartbreaks in the wake of Misty.
Misty hires a lawyer to fight back, but the judge ultimately decides against her. And she's left with supervised visits with her daughter every other weekend.
So Jason got full custody of your daughter?
Yes.
The look on your face is like this destroyed you. Misty feels like a victim here. She finally found the strength to break up with both Mark and Jason, but that decision came at a very high price when she loses what she loves the most, one of her children. This emotional upheaval, where she feels like she is being punished for doing the right thing, could easily send Misty into a downward spiral.
She falls into a severe depression, and her doctor prescribes Xanax. And she's developing an even more dangerous habit.
How you doing?
Mark.
He came to the apartment, just wanted to talk to me, wanted to apologize. Was trying to woo me, and he's never done that again. He's sorry. Although Mark was the one putting me through it, he was also the one catching me, you know, when I was crying.
Misty's at an all-time low and decides to give him another chance.
I took blame for it, I guess, because, oh, it was my fault. I shouldn't have been out screwing around.
Misty is making so many bad decisions right now, with the binge drinking and the pill popping and taking Mark back. She feels she owes Mark something out of guilt over her affair with Jason, but violence in a relationship is never okay.
You cheating bitch!
He hits her while also promising her unconditional love. It's a confusing, mixed message that really messes with her head.
Mark moves back in.
I mean, dang, Misty, these are pretty hardcore pills.
She kind of started partying harder than she ever had. Drinking, doing pills.
I'm not.
Look, you don't gotta explain it to me, all right? I got your back, okay?
Doesn't matter what I do, I am always number one in his eyes, period, above and beyond anybody.
That's a pretty intoxicating feeling.
Yes.
I'd pick her up in the beach truck and we'd roll out, and she'd be sleeping a sleeper, and I'd pull up Myrtle Beach and wake her up and be looking out at the ocean and just, you know, just cool stuff like that. I've took her everywhere.
I just want to surprise you, baby.
It's pretty cool for somebody that ain't never left Tennessee much, you know, some small town girl that ain't never done nothing.
For the next few years, the couple is on a roller coaster ride.
We went through spells, we done good, everything right, and then, I don't know, something happened. Mess up again.
It was just a cycle. They just break up and make up.
I know nobody loves anybody any more than those two love each other. It's just they can't, or he can't get over issues.
And Mark's been hiding his biggest issue from Misty for years. He's abusing meth.
I would do stuff behind her back, but she never knew nothing about it. I never wanted her looking at me no different.
But the secret is out.
I found out that he had been addicted to meth. I was sheltered from everything. Didn't, at that point, know anything about meth. You know, the side effects, what it does, anything.
How are the kids? Good. They fight all the time.
One morning, Misty's hanging out with their mutual friend, Lori.
Where's Mark? That's a good question.
Mark's been out all night, and Misty knows what that means.
Good morning, ladies.
Look what the cat finally drug in.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I ain't in the mood to put up with your stuff today.
You're not in the mood?
When he's on it, he's just real aggressive.
Where you been? Where you been, huh?
I've been hanging out with my buddies.
Hey! Knock it off. What are you doing?
All right.
And I'm not ever gonna let a guy hit a girl if I can help it.
said you were never gonna do that again. You get your stuff and you get out.
All right.
Get out!
All right, I'm out of here.
You two really need to move on. I think the drugs probably had a lot to do with it.
When the drugs wear off, Mark panics at the thought of losing Misty.
Just want to apologize to you, tell you I won't mess up no more. You know, maybe I'll take you to the mall and buy you something pretty. Make you feel a little bit better. That work for you?
All right. She's high maintenance. Anything I could afford that she wanted, I'd get it.
You forgive me?
Yeah.
Mark loves that girl. He even told me one time, Mama, don't make me choose between you and her.
You big idiot.
All right.
And I said, I know who you would choose. Would be Misty.
He never gave up because I always felt weak and went back.
Why do you think you keep going back, Misty?
In hopes that it would get better.
Your addiction was Mark.
Very much so.
Their fights often end in the bedroom. And the latest makeup session has been going on for 48 hours straight. It's the most incredible sex they've ever had. But suddenly, Misty isn't feeling so well.
I realized, you know, I've not slept at all. You know, I'm jittery. I'd been up for like almost 3 days.
Wore you out?
I was like, you know,
I don't feel very good.
I'm fixing to go to the emergency room. Something's wrong. And he was like, no, there's nothing wrong.
I don't feel right. I think you need to take me to the doctor's.
No, hey, look at me. Misty, look at me. Come here. Look.
Mark makes a shocking confession. He spiked her drink with meth.
And I flipped out. Flipped out.
What in my drink, Mark? Why would you do that? Why would you put that in my drink? You fucked me.
He didn't have any kind of rational thinking when it came to her.
Why would you do that?
I only did it just to bring us closer together, okay?
That's not love.
Oh, you love me, don't you?
I think he's obsessed with her. You don't hurt somebody you love.
Come lay down with me again, huh?
Mark manages to convince her that it's no big deal.
Crystal methamphetamine. Do you remember the effects it had on you other than the fact that you were jittery and had not slept for 3 days?
Yeah, like awesome sex.
Do you think that's why he did it in the first place?
Yes, that's exactly why he did it.
It was July 4th. Some friends of mine come up from Georgia. And they was all had girls with them and was having a good time, and Misty's over here madder than hell. Won't do nothing, and yeah, I think we put $25, $30 worth in a drink, mixed it up, and we had the best night ever.
He wooed me to thinking that, you know, as long as you're not strung out on it, you know, it's okay to do it every now and then I agreed to do it again.
Over the next couple of years, Misty loses herself to meth.
You became addicted to methamphetamine.
Oh, yes. Very much so.
This girl clearly has an addictive personality. When it's not drugs, it's men, and now it's both at the same time. She is truly addicted to Mark. That she could forgive him for slipping her meth is unbelievable. This double addiction is a recipe for disaster because Misty's resolve to do the right thing has flown out the window.
When she started using, I thought it might bring us closer to where we wouldn't have so many secrets and lies in our relationship. That wasn't the case at all.
The relationship becomes more volatile than ever.
It's different when a couple does drugs together. There's no one to restrain it.
Hey, it's me. What are you doing?
Hey, who are you talking to over there?
He's paranoid about everything.
I'm talking to my mom.
Yeah, same person you're talking to last night, huh?
Yeah, it's my mom.
I can't do anything without him thinking that, you know, I'm screwing around all in his head.
Like I'm supposed to believe that? Who are you on the phone with?
You know what? I'm sick of you always telling me what I can and can't do.
My temper started kicking in real bad.
Give me the damn phone, Misty.
When Mark takes her phone, she loses it.
Sick of you always telling me what to do, Mark.
I was high, and I got out and started hitting him with a ball bat.
You're crazy, Misty.
Put it down! Put it down! Put it down, Mark! I'm sick of this!
Damn it! That's it! You crazy bitch!
I get that you're feisty, but feisty on meth sounds really scary.
Very. It's very.
After the incident, the couple parts ways. And Misty's friend Melissa takes her in.
So what do you want to do for dinner tonight?
Let's do chicken. I can go to the store and get us some. We were very good friends. I had a place to live, and she needed a place, so I, told her to come on and stay with me.
Hey.
Hey, Ray.
Before long, the couple is playing house in Melissa's home.
Her and Mark gotten back together, and he started staying there.
Borrow your car keys real quick.
Yeah, what do you need them for?
Let's roll downtown, see my buddy real fast.
Okay, well, bring him back.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yep.
But Mark doesn't show up for dinner or breakfast.
Now you've been out all night in my car. Whose is this? Whose is this?
Now I find some chick's makeup bag in my front seat.
You've been out with another chick in my car.
What, like you ain't sleeping around with everybody in town?
Mark goes on the offensive.
He was accusing her of being with other guys.
Yeah, you know what? I am going around.
Next time.
And she would agree with him, pretty much making it matter.
You know what? Get out of here, Mark. Get out of here.
If I know somebody's bigger and stronger than me, I'm not just gonna keep pushing that person. She don't know when to stop.
Get out. We're done. We're done. What the hell is going on?
I kept breaking them up and, getting them away from each other, and no sooner than I got them apart, they were fighting again. It was bad, bad.
He's got me on my throat, by my hair.
Mark, you gotta call the police. Mark, stop it.
And that's when she got the knife out of her purse. She told him, if you hit me one more time, I'm going to stab you.
You better get off me, Mark.
You ain't gonna do nothing, Misty.
I will.
Told you not to mess with me, Misty.
Mark's about to learn just how scary Misty on meth can really be.
That's what you get for always being like this. You got what you deserve. Put that thing away. What are you doing?
I remember it sticking in my arm. I had to pull the knife out. So when I yanked it back out,
Go ahead and kill yourself.
that's when my tendons locked up. It cut a main artery.
The next thing I remember is just blood everywhere. He was bleeding horrible. At that point, I was scared of the charge of murder. I was scared of him really being hurt. I was scared of what he would do when he quit bleeding.
Come on, let's go.
Misty rushes Mark to the hospital.
Because you cared about him or because you were afraid of a murder charge?
I really don't know which one at this time.
At the hospital, Mark's arm is stitched up. When police question him, he knows exactly what to do.
Did you see who did it?
I made up a story and told him that I picked up a hitchhiker and brought him to the house. He got to drinking, got smart, and stabbed me.
Well, if there's anything else you can remember, please give me a call.
All right. I wasn't gonna let her go down for that.
Mark told me that it was his fault that she stabbed him.
Misty breathes a sigh of relief.
I was kind of proud of her little sick way, because at least she'll stick up for herself. Like, if me and her's not together, I ain't got to worry about her. She'll be all right. She ain't gonna let nobody run over her. She's an outlaw girl. I loved her.
The couple ends up staying together.
The pain of the fight was temporary. Love's forever, just a stronger emotion.
It's ridiculous, but not really surprising that Misty and Mark stay together even after she stabs him. They are convinced that they have a very special bond, but the truth is that they are both very volatile and clearly bad for each other. They just need to separate and move on. Everybody can see that that's the answer, but neither of them will listen to anyone.
But you've had enough at this point, surely. I mean, tell me the story has a happy ending. How do you finally get away from Mark and break the spell?
He goes to prison.
2 years later, in 2015, Mark gets sentenced for manufacturing methamphetamines.
Are you done?
I swear, I can't do it. If I go back to him, I will be dead. Period. Of course, I can say I won't. I'm weak, but I have no desire whatsoever. Nothing about him is attractive to me anymore. Nothing. It took going through all this and going back through my entire life to see that when I got with him is when my life went straight downhill and has not took a step up until he went to prison this time. And I finally got away.
Mark's released on parole in July 2016. He's clean and living with his mother outside Knoxville, Tennessee. He's also staying away from Misty for now.
I got as many good memories as I do bad, but we ain't moving forward in life. We're staying stuck. We're not making no progress. We've had a wild little ride together. We'll just see what happens. I hope I can truck for about 20 years and retire. Buy me a little house somewhere in the country with a barn and some horses and ride around on a horse and buggy and drink beer and just live an easy, laid-back life. Nothing extravagant. Nothing just crazy, just simple little country life's all I need.
She deserves so much more than him. I'm hoping she'll get the message before it's too late. Because I'm scared he'll kill her.
I would say Mark and Misty are like a drug. You gotta have it, but you know it's bad for you. They're just toxic to each other.
I just hope they don't get back together. We'll just have to see what happens.
Now that Mark is out of prison, I don't know if Misty can stay away from him because in her twisted mind, this is the only man for her. She's still in love with him. As she tries to rebuild her life, Misty's Achilles heel will always be Mark. But wherever Mark is, there's probably going to be meth. And Misty has got to find a way to break this cycle. I hope that the two of them can stay away from each other, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do end up getting back together, but only time will tell.
Today, Misty is living drug-free in Nashville, Tennessee. She's spending time with her family and working hard to regain custody of her kids.
It is what it is. There's nothing I can do to change it. All I can do is change from today forward.